Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Yeah, hopefully Facebook will be good to us today. Dear Facebook, it's July the 1st and it's hot outside, so you need to be good to us today. You need to let us have a good chat and not bump us off. Last week we did really well. Yeah, last week it was good. Yeah, hey Barbara, thank you for the thumbs up already. Thank you for saying hi. So hi Barbara, hi Lacey. So if you're watching this with us live, today is July the 1st. Can you believe it? We are already on the second half of the year. I don't know how this happens. And hey Barbara, yay, Barbara's on time. Good job, Barbara. Hey Carol. So somehow we're already on the second half of the year. I don't know how that happens. Hey Kim. But yeah, time flies. So, you know, when you were younger and your parents were like, stop wishing the time away, and we also did it anyway. Well, now that I'm older, yeah, I totally get it. So, hey Claudie, and hey Angela, or Angelia, I'm sorry, hey Angelia. So, yeah, and hey Beth. Oh, it's Beth's first time joining us live, and she's in Kentucky. So everybody say hi to Beth. Hi Nancy, and hey Joyce. Yay, hey guys. Yay, hey Allison. Awesome, haven't seen you in a little while, Allison. And hey Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. So today's July the 1st, and if you're in Canada, hey Carolou, so if you're in Canada, happy Canada Day, eh? Because y'all say eh after everything, right? Yeah, not really. Yeah, hey Cynthia, and hey Tatters, hello, and hey Lori. If you're in Canada, happy Canada Day, eh? Hey Sherry, and hey Esma, hello, and hey Mary. And if you are in the United States, happy almost 4th of July, hello Betty. And if you are not in Canada or the United States, hello Lisa, and hello Renee. If you're not in Canada or the United States, then it's just happy Sunday. Yeah, so Canada today is, I started to say Canada Day. Sorry, we jokingly call Canada Canada. Sorry, yeah, and hey Donna. So if you're watching this live with us tonight, hey Tracy, then I will be saying hey hello to everyone, and it looks like y'all are saying hey hello to each other, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm so happy that y'all are saying hello to everyone. Hello Liliana. So if you're watching this with us live, yeah, and hey, Sylvia says happy Canada Day. Yes, not in Canada, but I love Canada, so happy Canada Day. And hey Mary and hey Cheryl. If you're watching this with us live, then hello and happy Canada Day, happy almost 4th of July, and happy Sunday. And yeah, Kim says happy Canada Day. If you're watching this with us live, hey Sherry, here on Facebook, then you can do thumbs ups and you can do hearts. And hey Mindy from Charleston. So and if you were watching this with us later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, and you search If You Have an Egg. Hey Pam. And yes, hey Donna says happy Canada Day. Hey, yes. Hey Betty. So if you're watching it with us later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. You can't do the live thumbs ups and the hearts, and you won't even be able to see them, but I will let you know how many there are. And right now there are quite a few. But if you all would just, leave a comment, if you're watching this later on YouTube, or if you would share, or if you would subscribe. Subscribing would be awesome. Hey Lynn, and I promise YouTube people, I will tell you when the actual chat starts, so you don't have to sit through all the hi hellos. But YouTube people, if you ever want to join us live, it's on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock on Facebook, and there will be a link in this video. Hey Marlene from Florida, and hey Sybil, or Sybil saying hey to Lynn, sorry, yeah, hey. So I'll put a link, in here on how you can join the chats live. But so if you join live and if you say hello, then I will say hello back to you. But once we get rolling, if I don't catch you, because y'all start coming up pretty fast, once we get rolling, if I don't catch you while we're doing that, I promise I'll come back later and say hi. And it is, okay, Beryl Laurent. So is Beryl your first name? That's an interesting first name. Hello, and it's your first time here. So everybody say hello to Beryl. It's Beryl, and I hope that's your first name. But, and Beryl's from Louisiana. I hope I'm saying that correctly. So, yeah, today's July 1st. July 1st. Can you believe it? We are already into the, hey, Debbie. Oh, let's see. Okay, hold on. So, Debbie, let's sidetrack for just a second. John could probably tell us exactly how many days. And, hey, Shannon, John could probably tell us exactly how many days. But, so today is, I don't know why I'm hitting this. I already know it's July 1st. So, let's see if it's July 1st. I think we leave to come down there in, let's see, I think it's the 14th. It's a week from Friday. So basically when we hit Friday, it'll be another week before we leave. Hey Janet, but we're driving all night. So don't expect to see us on Saturday. Yeah, because John's big plan is that we're gonna leave work on Friday. We're gonna drive all night. Check in. Hello Jessica. Be the first people at Crockett's Tavern. Bless his heart. He's like obsessed with that place. Drop Dusty off, go to hello Kathleen, and drop Dusty off at Publix, and yeah, and head on over to Crockett's Tavern. But anyway, so in about a week, Debbie will be there. Okay, so if you are watching this live, thank you very much, and hello to all of you all. And if you are watching this later on YouTube, or if you're watching this later on Facebook, again, please remember to like, share, subscribe. Subscribing is my favorite. Hello, Jody, but do share this. And hello, Edie. We have so many people here that found us from YouTube, and Debbie's wanting to know if I'm going to do a chat on Sunday again. Yes, ma'am. But guess what? And hello, Casey. And your hair is Casey. So how was Fanboy? How was Wonder Woman at Fanboy? Did she have a good time? In case y'all don't know, if you're new to us, Casey is my daughter. So if I chit chat back and forth with her, she's my daughter. Anyway, and she took Alyssa, my grandbaby Alyssa, to Fanboy today, and she was dressed up like Wonder Woman. So anyway, it was adorable. I didn't get to see her in person, but the pictures were really cute. So anyway, we have a whole lot of people here that are here from YouTube, so they wouldn't have found us if you ladies hadn't shared and liked so much. So I know that it's a big help, and if you're here from YouTube, Asma found us from YouTube, so if you found us from YouTube, just please give us a little shout out. You all know a lot of the people that have found us from YouTube are don't have a meeting near them. Oh, and thank you, Kathleen. Kathleen says I look adorable today. Yeah, thank you. Debbie, what did I say? Was I talking in the middle and I just stopped talking? Debbie, what I was going to say is it won't be freezing cold this time. Yes, we are doing a chat. Hello, Christine. Yes, we are doing a chat on Sunday night, but it will not be freezing cold this time. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about freezing your buns off this time. But anyway, so the people that brought us, or that came over from YouTube, some of you, because you all send me a little message, when you come over from YouTube and you join, and you ask to join our group, and Sybil's a former YouTuber. Hey, Daryl. So when you come over from YouTube, you have to leave me a message. Well, when you ask to join the group, you have to send us, hey Lisa, you have to send, answer 3 questions. And a lot of the people coming over from YouTube, hey Janice, a lot of people coming over from YouTube are here because there's no meeting in their area. They are having a financial hardship and can't get to one, and they need an extra meeting. They're just not, they want to come to an extra meeting. But there's a lot of reasons for people to be here. Hey, Linda made it. Hello. And Linda, I'm just going to go ahead and say, I'm really struggling not to call you Mrs. and your last name, because that's what I call people in the office. But anyway, so hey, one of my friends from Knoxville is here. Her name is Linda. So everybody say hello to Linda. She's right there in the comments. So everybody say, hey, Linda. And Casey, Linda's here. And I want to call her Mrs. T, because that's what we do in the showroom. We call everybody Mr. or Miss or Mrs. from their, in their last name. So anyway, so that's hard for me to call you by your first name, but I'll get used to it. Anyway, and hello, Joanne. So a lot of people from YouTube. So when you're on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind to just, share, because I'm sure there's other people that need to be here with us live. So, okay, I'm going to get talking because we do have a lot to talk about tonight. So today is Sunday, July the 1st. And again, if you're here from Canada, happy Canada Day, A. And if you're here from the United States, almost happy 4th of July. And if you are here from somewhere besides Canada or the United States, first of all, I would love to hear. I don't think our UK lady, Esther, I don't think she's going to be able to stay up. She's like struggling to stay up and join us. But if you're here, hello. And if you're not, hello. I'll still say hello to you. But yeah, so awesome that y'all are here. Thank you very much. If this is your first time joining us, give us a shout out. We would love to say hello to you. And also, if it's your first time, just be aware, sometimes Facebook is finicky and sometimes it will check us off. And if it does, just hang on, and as soon as I can get back on, I will get back on. If you are buffering or if it's a little bit slow, could be your internet connection. I have done everything humanly possible to make sure that we are up on our end, but Facebook just does things sometimes. And Debbie, I'm so jealous. Casey, can you see Debbie's comment? It says, going to Toy Story Tuesday night. Yeah. And somebody did an angry face. Oh, and it's Nancy's first time from Nashville. Hello, Nancy. Yeah, you're not too far from us. So hello, other Tennessean, Middle Tennessean. Good to see you. Okay, so Sunday, July the 1st. Can you believe it? Can you believe that we are already into the second half of the year? it's crazy, absolutely crazy. But we have a lot to talk about tonight. Hopefully y'all did your homework. Yeah, hopefully you all did your homework. So we're going to talk about that in just a second. But you know what comes first. If you attended a regular physical meeting, so if you went to, hey Nancy, so if you went to your physical meeting, and hello Karen, if you went to your physical meeting last week, like we go in Powell, but sadly, we did not have a meeting this week because of Vacation Bible School. So super happy, super happy. Hello, darling. Super happy that they had so many kids at Vacation Bible School that they need the whole area, you know, for the whole week. So we didn't get to have a meeting. Sad that we didn't get to have a meeting, and I did not make it to any of the backup meetings at another location. And if y'all can hear Dusty, he's crying because one of the things that I'm going to show you, he is like, he's about to pass out. He actually already had a piece of it, but he is like, he is sure that he needs some more of it, and I'll show it to you in a second. But so if you attended your physical meeting, let's get a thumbs up. And yeah, so let's see a thumbs up if you attended your physical meeting somewhere and went and sat in a little chair and listened to your leader, or if you attended here with us live last week, let's see a heart. And if you did both, you'll just have to do a heart. I don't know. You'll just have to do a heart. But yeah, so lots of thumbs ups going by. I know YouTube people, you can't see that, but lots of thumbs ups going by, lots of hearts going by, lots of people posting thumbs ups and hearts. And if you're watching this later hey, Dusty, stop. He's like, I want some of that, Mama. I want some of that really bad. Oh, he is confident. I wish you could see his tail. His tail is doing this because he is sure that I'm going to give him some more of this. Yeah. Stop. Okay. And John had to make an not emergency, but he had to make a sudden trip to, Indiana. Yeah, so I was expecting him to be here today. Okay, and sorry, I'm already having my meltdown for the evening. Whew. I wish y'all could see my kitchen. Actually, I don't, sorry. First, Bravo stickers. Yeah, everybody who attended a physical meeting, sat your bottom in a chair. Everybody attended our meeting here last week, hearts. Yeah, or both. Bravo stickers. So Bravo stickers all the way around. And if you're not watching this live, you can still comment. You can still put a thumbs up down there and you still get your Bravo sticker. So awesome job, ladies. And I don't think we've had any men here in a while. So I'm probably just going to keep saying ladies unless we have a guy. Or do we have a guy tonight? Speak up if we do. That would be awesome. Okay, so we do have a lot to talk about tonight because John had to make a quick trip out of town. Well, it's not a quick trip. He's not coming back for a couple of days, but he had to go out of town and it was unexpected. So, and Casey and Alan were at Fanboy all day. Hello, Melissa. Casey and Alan were at Fanboy all day. Hey, Mary. And Karen, my accountability Karen, bailed out on me today. So if y'all notice, I'm still wearing a dress. I don't have on walking clothes like normal. So my accountability Karen bailed out on me today because, I don't know. She seemed to think she had something more important to do. Hello Teresa, her daughter, son-in-law, and the grandbaby, they have moved back from South Korea. So, she just felt like it was important to spend, today with them, helping them, look for furniture and things. And hello, Karen. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I was left to myself today. So let's see, after Sunday school, I did my dad's medicine. And then, hello, Kathy. And then I had to put Word back on his computer. And let's see, this is just too bad. Come back, Kelly. Pam, I don't know what you mean, Pam. I don't know what you mean by just come back. But anyway, so, okay, and y'all are making some good comments here that I'll have to come back later and read. But anyway, so John had to head out of town. And so after I got back from all of my errand running, church going and errand running this morning, let me think. I think I've been cooking for like 5 hours. It's not going to look like it. If you could see, when you see this stuff, it's not going to look like it. And good job, Kim. I saw that about the weight losses. Awesome. And that's from the Plateau chat. Yeah, so y'all need to go back. Y'all need to go back and watch the Plateau chat if you're in a plateau or struggling, at all. But anyway, so I have been making a mess in the kitchen. I don't know that I would call it cooking, but I have been making a mess for like 5 hours because there was nobody here to stop me. And Dusty was more than willing to be a participant because he got to enjoy part of it. So yeah, it looks like somebody else's accountability buddy decided the beach was better. So sorry, I missed the name, and thank you, Melissa. Melissa likes my pigtails. Thank you. That's another thing. Nobody was here to stop me. So nobody was here to say, you kind of need to have big girl hair, you know, today. So I didn't have big girl hair today. Okay, and Holly wants to know how to find the plateau chat. So Holly, I'm gonna get started talking because it is already 8:15 and we do have a lot of food to talk about. So if somebody could let Holly know how to find that. I did look up the number for the chat last week and posted it on last week's chat, but I've already conveniently forgotten what the number is. So if somebody can let her know how to find it. So they are on YouTube, Holly, you can go back. So, oh yeah, and Sybil, I think, was it Sybil? Was it you that was trying to go all the way back and see if you could watch the very first one? So in the very beginning, I wasn't uploading them. So the very first chats that we had, oh, and thank you, Joy says it's number 70. So the very first chats that we had way back in the beginning, I wasn't uploading those to YouTube, and they're probably saved somewhere here on the page. But as far back as you can go, Sybil and I found it, and it's only about a year. So that's only, hey, and it's Missy's first time. Hello, Missy. Yeah, it's her first time live. Everybody say hello to Missy. So Sybil and I went back and looked yesterday or day before yesterday. Yeah, and it was her. Yeah, I figured that after I said your name about 3 times. But so we went back and looked, and it's about, I guess it's about a year that you can go back that I did post them, you know, that I did record them so that you can look. But if you go to YouTube, just go to youtube.com and search If You Have an Egg, then you can go back through all of our videos. And so some of them are these chats, some of them are, there's a few recipes. The very, very first one is hilarious because I had no clue what I was doing. Hey, Nancy, and Nancy put her enchilada verdes in the oven. Woo! But in the beginning, it was hilarious. So yeah, the very first video is I had it turned the wrong way because I didn't know that you couldn't do landscape while you were doing a Facebook Live. So sorry. Yeah, so I had it turned the wrong way, and anyway, it was a near disaster, but it was hilarious. So yeah, and Casey's got to go because they overdid it today with Alyssa. Not shocked at all, because yeah, y'all were gone all day long to Fanboy. And Sybil says February 2017 was the furthest back that it goes. So that's actually farther than I thought it was. So this is chat number 78. Oh wait, so see, Tammy will be in Tennessee in 2 weeks for the SEAA softball tournament, and her husband said that's not far from you. What city? What city is it going to be, Tammy? And I leave on, I think it's July the 14th, if I'm not mistaken. So that's about in a couple of weeks. So if I get a chance to run into you, I will. Okay, so I've been talking a mile a minute. Okay, so all you ladies who attended meetings, awesome job. I'm just going to go ahead and say I do not like, and thank you, Debbie, for sharing the link for the plateau chat. But this is number 78. So if you're just really, really bored and you have 78 hours to do nothing other than listen to chats, you can go back and listen to all 78 of them. Yeah, and it'll only take 78 hours. Yeah, probably a little bit longer than that because some of them go over an hour. So, okay. Next, questions. We have people who, when they're coming into the group, when they're joining the closed group, and if you're not already in our, oh, Tammy's, it's okay, it's going to be in Pigeon Forge, so you'll be about an hour from us. You're going to love Pigeon Forge. Be sure and go up to Gallenberg. Be sure. If you need any suggestions on places to go, holler at us because we've got lots of, suggestions to make. But where was I at? Y'all already distracted me. And look, I already found the paper clip. I tried putting it away, but I've already found the paper clip today, so I'll just keep fiddling with it over here where you can't see it. Oh, questions. So when you join the closed group, and thank you all for the love bucks going by, all the thumbs ups and the hearts going by. Thank you so much for those. But when you ask to join the closed group, you do have to answer 3 questions. Well, a lot of times when people are answering the 3 questions, they end up asking a question. So I've been trying to answer a couple of questions a week the last few weeks for those people because they might not be joining us live. So people that are not able, and thank you all of a sudden, these little hearts. So people that are not able to join live, I've been trying to read their questions, read a couple of those so that they can get their questions answered live, even if they're not here. So one of them this week was, I'm only going to do 2 this week. I know, and Sybil's like that darn paperclip. Well, maybe I need to find a different color paperclip. Anyway, and I don't know where it even came from, but it's cute. It's like mint green. Anyway, so I'm only going to do 2 this week because there is a whole lot there is a whole lot of food to talk about since I was left alone today. But so one of the questions from last week was, what is the contest that you shared, and can I still enter it? So the contest that I shared was from Instagram, but I shared it here, you know, in the group, and what the contest was. Dax Spices, which y'all know I love the Dax Spices people, and I promise, I'm serious, they do not pay me. They are not paying me. I just love them that much. I love them because, A, if you have not looked at their story, Drew and Karen are like the cutest couple on the planet, and Drew has been doing the silliest videos, like they've got a new, what is it, butt kicking buffalo or something, spice, and he is so funny. He's so funny in the video because he's going, bam, you know, with the spice in the video, and he did it. And she said it. Karen said he did it on the first take. He didn't even have to do multiple takes. He did it in the first take. Anyway, I so want to meet them someday. Promise they're not paying me anything. I just love their spices. They're delicious. They're fresh. They make them. Like right now, they're out of BB Queen. They have sold out of BB Queen, and I told her, I jokingly said less sleeping, more working, and she was like, yeah, seriously, they hand blend all of the spices that they make, and they're all salt free. And both of my parents have issues with retaining water, and I tend to do that. So as part of my healthy, new healthy lifestyle, I'm really trying not to add sodium to things. Anyway, so I love Dax. So the contest is Dax and G Hughes. And it's odd because I happen to have both of them. Well, it's not odd for the Dax because I always have Dax, but I happen to have some G Hughes from a couple of weeks ago from, I don't know, something that we were making on here. But the one I bought is G Hughes Smokehouse Sugar-Free Barbecue Sauce, hickory flavor, and 1 tablespoon is 0 smart points. And Barbara wants to know if they're from Tennessee. No, sadly, they're from Alabama. But anyway, yeah, maybe if I get to meet them sometime, maybe I'll take them some Vols apparel so we can teach them the right way to cheer for football. But yeah, oh yeah, and Debbie reminded me, no MSG either, so it's no sodium and no MSG. And yes, you too, people, I know this is backwards. Sorry. So they are sold out of BB Queen right now. She promises me that they are hurrying. And then the G Hughes, the barbecue sauces come in. I think it's 2 different flavors of barbecue sauce and ketchup. They have a ketchup too. I just got the ketchup, haven't opened it yet, but I bought some extra for Debbie. So we'll be transporting that down to Orlando. Yeah. Yes, and I know Darlene's laughing about the Alabama comment, and Barbara says, go Vols. Uh-oh, I've started something now, because Cynthia said, no Vols, go Dogs. Yeah, no, the only time I root for Georgia is when they're playing Alabama. Anyway, so I've started I can see, ladies, I've started a football debate, and it's so funny because this is my life on Football Saturday. All the girls in my life are commenting and going crazy and whatever, and the boys are just silent on Facebook, not saying anything. Anyway, the contest was G Hughes barbecue sauce and Dax seasoning. They have combined to bring a contest, and it's on Instagram. And if you go over to Instagram, you can either search for G Hughes or you can search for Dax, and one of the two of them will pull it up. It's G Hughes. Okay, and so Lacey said, what's the name of that barbecue sauce? And I just saw on LSU. So it's G Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce, and the kind that I got, Carol, Casey loves the Steelers, too bad she's not here, and hey, Suzanne joined us. So anyway, I got the hickory flavored. So anyway, the contest is, and you're gonna see this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 4 entries, 4, yeah. So I'm entering 4 times. I don't think y'all can vote, but when you see my entries, pretty please like them. Again, I would like to win this. So I can't even remember what the prize is. I just want to win because I like to win. But anyway, so G Hughes barbecue sauce, 1 tablespoon is 0 smart points. And Chris said, can you find the contest anywhere else but Instagram? I shared it from Instagram. I have not looked at their Facebook page to see if it's anywhere else, but I shared it from Instagram. So if you're in the closed group, I've already shared it there, and I will try really hard to remember to share it here after we're done with the chat. Hey, Mary. Hello. So I found this, and oh my gosh, y'all are going crazy over football. This is hilarious. Anyway, so who asked? Betty asked where you can find this. So I bought this at Publix. So they had this at Publix, and then they had the barbecue sauce. Let me think. I got the barbecue sauce at Publix. They did not have, my Publix did not have the ketchup. Then when I went to Kroger a couple of days ago, I guess, they had the barbecue sauce and they had the ketchup. And then I popped in Ingles on, oh, and thank you, Liz says my face is looking really thin. Thank you. Then on Wednesday, I guess, I popped into Ingles. I don't know if y'all have that brand of grocery store, but I popped into Ingles and they had none of it. So Ingles did not have any of it. So I don't know what other stores have it. Okay, so we got to get off that. Anyway, that's the contest. That was one of the questions. The second question kind of ties in. The second question was, what grocery stores do you shop at? So I live in Knoxville, Tennessee. So, hey, Mary. So I live in another Mary. I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, and so I may have stores that you don't have, and you're going to have stores that I don't have. That's just the way life works. So I personally shop almost every week at Publix, and I'm not going to lie, I shop at the Publix that is in the UT Commons, in the UT Commons area. And I shop there because they have a buggy trolley. And if you don't know what a buggy is, you need to come to the South and figure that out, because it is a buggy, sorry. But anyway, they have a buggy trolley, and when you're done, you can stick your buggy, you can stick your buggy in, and it goes, it's an escalator, and it goes, and it takes your buggy down. Anyway, that's my favorite thing about that Publix. So I do like that Publix. We have three, I guess, Publix stores here in Knoxville, and honestly, that one has everything I need. So, and now they have the fat-free ricotta. So yeah, so they've got it all going on. I shop at Publix almost every week. In between fill-ins, I go to Kroger, which I think is Meijer in other areas. And then at least once a month, I go to Trader Joe's, and at least once a month, I go to Aldi. So you should see my grocery bill. Getting ready for the chat. Thank goodness I'm feeding, like 100 people, not really, but Casey and everybody else, because I spend a ton of money on groceries. Yeah, getting ready for all this. So, okay, and thank you, Sybil, for translating buggy. Okay, so let's start talking about last week. Last week was Boost Your Body Image, and I'm so sorry that I had to rush through this, but we had, you know me, we got short on time. So, on the Boost Your Body Image, I didn't get to finish the story about Gwen real quick. When Gwen was talking about having, talking about her, hips being so big, she had to get her pants altered. She always had to get her pants altered because her hips were so big. Somebody reminded her, or told her one day, said, oh my gosh, your waist is so tiny. You have to get your pants altered because your waist is so tiny. So now Gwen says, my waist is so tiny, I have to get all my pants altered. So see, I mean, it's a much better way to think about it, because she does have a tiny waist. I mean, she's got this little bitty, of course, she's tiny anyway. She's like a little pocket size leader. So, okay, Lynn already said she did her homework. So who did your homework last week? Because I want to read y'all some of these. I want to read you just a handful of these. I can't read them all, but so who did your homework last week? Last week I asked you to pick 3 people in your life that you admired. It could be men, women, it could be people you know, it didn't have to be people you know, it could be complete strangers, just, somebody in the public, that you admire. But you were supposed to pick 3 people that you admire, and then you were supposed to tell me something that you admire about them. So okay, it looks like several of you did. So if you're here with us live on July the 1st on Sunday night, let's see a thumbs up if you did your homework. If you're not here with us live on Sunday night, if you're watching this later on Facebook, you can watch it again as many times as you want to on Facebook, or you can watch it on YouTube. When you have that, when you have that 78 hours of free time to just sit and listen to it. Which, by the way, did you know, even if you can't watch the chat, you can just put in your headphones. That's what we've been doing, is just listening to the things that we're trying to catch up on YouTube when we don't have time to watch. So that's what we've been doing. But anyway, 78 hours. Yeah, that's a lot. But anyway, so if you're watching this later, just leave me a comment to let me know that you did your homework. So ladies that did your homework, and 102 viewers. Thank you, Teresa. So the ladies that did your homework, more Bravo stickers. So you all should have, every single one of you now should probably have at least one Bravo sticker. Some of you have 2 Bravo stickers tonight. Some of you have 3 Bravo stickers tonight. So if you have 3, bravo again. Okay, so let me read a couple of these and see if you come up with a common theme. So some of the people who missed last week, or you really weren't sure, what to do, I want you to listen to a couple of these. Christy said, her first one was, my brother-in-law, he was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease when he was 20. He had to change careers and get a new college degree because he couldn't continue to work in the field he had chosen. He eventually became a CPA, and a partner in a CPA firm, and she goes on and on and on and on about how amazing her brother is. Then Jennifer says, and I'm just randomly picking a few of these, then Jennifer says, my grandmother, she was kind, smart, hardworking, and always put her family first. Everyone liked her. Sylvia said, her first one is Kelly Milligan. Her bubbly personality, her endless energy, and willingness to help everyone she can, bonus her faith. And actually that made me super happy, almost a little verklempt that you said that was a bonus, so thank you for saying that, Sylvia. And I'm going to read you just another one or two. Laura Lynn said, her mother, who taught her a zillion things to carry her through. And let's see, let me find one more. Kim said, God, he has walked with me throughout this weight loss journey and my life. I would be nothing without him by my side. And let me see, there was one more. Oh, another Kelly, my husband Harold, his endless caring for those around him and how he takes care of everyone. Okay, so there were a whole bunch more. I can't, and I'm sorry, I apologize. I can't stand here and read them all. But did you all notice a theme? Other than getting to hear about all these wonderful and amazing people, which was amazing and wonderful in itself, did you all notice a theme? Kind, caring, giving, been there with me the whole time. There were some common themes, went above and beyond, never gave up. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of good qualities, lots of things to admire people about. Not one person said, oh, I admire them because they have a tiny waist, or I admire them because they are, because they're super tall and slender. None of these had anything to do with weight. So no waistlines and no weights were measured in, and yes, Teresa says she's doing hers now. Keep doing them, yeah, because obviously I went through and I loved reading these. And Barbara's hurrying me up because it's already 8:30. But anyway, so, and yes, Lacey, thank you for sharing another one. So, but there were no mentions, not one mention of weight, not one mention of a waistline. So, yeah, why do we wrap ourselves up so much in what we think, hey, Tracy, and what we think our bodies look like? Because, I don't know, we're so much more than that. And yay, we're up to 108 viewers. But anyway, so yeah, those were just awesome things. So, and 110 viewers, awesome. So anyway, so don't get so wrapped up in this. Hey, Denise, people love you and admire you for so much more than what you think your body looks like. Okay, so let's go on to this week. And by the way, this was last week's weekly. So if you didn't get last week's weekly, and I'm sorry, a couple of people are saying they've lost the video feed. So hopefully it's not me. Sorry, I don't want it to be you, but hopefully it's not me. And if you do, if Facebook does check us off for whatever reason, and sometimes it just randomly does, stick with us, and I promise I'll come right back, and you can just join us right back in again. So anyway, that was your last week's. Be sure and get one if you missed your meeting. Even though I didn't get to attend a meeting last week, Gwen was kind enough to get one of these to me so that I would have one for tonight. So this week, our topic was bring on the barbecue. Okay, I brought on the barbecue. I will just go ahead and say everything that I made today, I did make either in the oven or the air fryer, simply because we live in a loft, and I kind of think they would frown. On, Tedders has to go because the neighbor's cow has broken through the fence. Cows, can't do anything with them. I know, we used to have cows. And our chickens used to get out. So, and it never failed if we had somebody over from school. Yeah, if I had friends over from school, the chickens would figure out how to get out. Anyway, so sorry, Tedders, good luck with that. Okay, so we live in a loft. They kind of frown on you using a grill inside of a loft. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of one of those weird things. So everything that I made, it was either in the air fryer or it was in the oven, just because we don't have a loft, just because we don't have a grill. But you could totally make any of these things that were made in the air fryer, you could totally make them in the grill, on a grill. So I'm going to read you something out of here real quick, because it is 8:35. Okay, so, well, first, I'm going to make this. Didn't make it today because I had all this stuff I wanted to make for the grill, but the recipe in this week's weekly looks delicious, and y'all know how much I like peanut butter, but it's peanut chipotle barbecue chicken tenders. Peanut chipotle barbecue chicken tenders. That sounds really, really good. Really good. Okay, and Dusty's growling at something. We must have a pigeon on the roof outside the window because Dusty's growling at something. And we're too high up for it to be a human, so it has to be either he hates squirrels. I don't think it's a squirrel, but anyway, pigeons are kind of like air squirrels. Anyway, so it may be a pigeon. Okay, so really quick, in your weekly, which you can get these at your meeting, or if you missed your meeting, or if you were online only, you can download these from online, and it's just, did y'all notice though, or is it just me, you used to be able to pull these up on your phone just for the current week. It's gone. I don't know if it's just me or not, but the last update that the app did, this is just gone off of the app. So I had to go online. I had to actually log into WeightWatchers.com to get it. But anyway, you can log on to WeightWatchers.com and and always pull these up. And somebody, and I apologize, I forgot to write down who it was, but somebody in the group has been sharing the file of the past ones so that y'all can pull those up too. But anyway, so they're just talking about since I'm in the United States and it's not Canada Day here. Well, it technically is Canada Day. I'm just not in Canada, but. They're talking about, with 4th of July just around the corner, it's official, barbecue season is here. And so member Brittany is talking about, what she does to stay in control of her, of her grilling. Hey Gladys, of what she's going to do if we're, when she's in a grilling or a party or whatever situation. So for the girls that are in the United States, Wednesday is July the 4th, and Wednesday kind of kicks off. For us in the United States, Wednesday Memorial Day kind of kicked it off, but July 4th really kicks it off because I think everybody's starting to come back from vacation. People are winding that down. So we'll have cookout from now until, all the way through Labor Day. So now is cookout season. So I don't know about you all. I know a lot of people that struggle during this time of year. This is actually an easier time of year for me just because there's so many fresh fruits and vegetables, and it's actually easier for me to hide things that it's actually easier for me to let's see, hold on, Loretta couldn't get the sound to work and she wants to know what we said about the barbecue sauce. So real quick, my gosh, Tedder's has already shooed a herd of cows back over the fence. Wow, are you the cow whisperer or what? It was G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce. So yeah, somebody will have to fill you in on that later, or I'll try to remember to share the link from the Instagram thing later. But anyway, so yeah, it's easier for me to hide Weight Watcher friendly foods in this time of year, the grilling time, and then when it's soup time, because a lot of people, don't realize when they're eating soup that when I've Weight Watcherified it or Weight Watcherified it. And the same thing for these grilling things. So I'll show you all this stuff in just a second. But I do like this planning. So if you have this, you need to get this if you don't have it, or you can still print it off. So I love this. Plan your ideal cookout. So they're talking about just thinking about it, visualizing what you want your cookout to look like. So you don't have to show up somewhere where they've only got brats and beer and things like that are going to be heavy heavy laden with points. You can make lots of things, and you can start to think about it, plan ahead to kind of get yourself ready, to be there and to have fun and to have, some good food. What I'm getting ready to show you, no one, first of all, I don't think anybody would decline eating it at all. And secondly, no one would have a clue that this was like Weight Watchers approved. As a matter of fact, some of the things, or a couple of the things, I think, people would go, yeah. that's odd. Okay, and Kim says we barbecue in the winter here too, but you all do everything in the snow. For us, it looks like y'all do everything in the snow. Like, if you ask me, it snows in Canada 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Anyway, okay, so this one I think is a really good one to help you visualize and start thinking about it so that you can have a good time. There's no reason to avoid going to a cookout, but you kind of got to get your head, wrapped around it first. So these were really good. Eat what you love. Lean on 0 points foods before and during the barbecue. And then it says, bet you there will be corn. I could almost promise you that there would be corn. Bring a low Smart Points dish to share. Yeah, why not bring, a personal, last year at this time, I did a small watermelon, so, one of the little ones. So everybody loves a little watermelon, cut it in half and cut up some fruit, and put it in there, things like that. The fun, I bought some of these. These are Saturn peaches. How fun would this be? Just cut in half, and you could probably grill these and put a little bit of Cool Whip on top of them. So bring something that's low points to share. You don't have to say, I'm gonna diet, whatever, because we got to live like this. So let's make some good things to share. Use your weeklies and your rollovers. If you know they're going to have something special, something that you don't get very often, there's nothing wrong with using your weeklies and your rollovers, but I will say this, I only use them on things that I can't get every day, So if it's something that I get all the time, I'm not wasting my points on it. Take a picture of your plate. So like if you don't know what you're going to have, when you get everything on your plate, take a picture of it so that you can guesstimate to track your foods later. I still want you to track them. Good, bad, or indifferent, I still want you to, to track them. And then it said, move more, grab a friend and move to the music. So, if they're having, if they're having a dance party, if they're having a dance party while you're at the cookout, dance a little bit, that burns up some, calories, earns you some fit points. Be a team player. When they say, who wants to play frisbee or horseshoes or cornhole or something like that, go. Or play tag with the kids, it's tons of fun. And number one, it earns fit points. Number two, if you're playing tag with the children, you don't have time to eat. Even if you're not running, you don't have time. You're not walking around with a plate. So it keeps your hands and your mouth busy if you're doing that. Help the host by serving, clearing, moving chairs, setting up games, etc. Again, keeps your hands busy and your mind busy and your mouth busy, because you'll be talking instead. Wear comfortable shoes so you can move around easily. Yeah, don't just show up in flip-flops to everything. Sometimes you need to be able to run or, chase kids. Okay, and then shift your mindset. So this is where we all have to just step outside, of our norm and do something a little bit different. So eat slowly. There's no reason you do not have to stand there with your plate at the grill, and as soon as the hot dogs or kielbasa or whatever it is comes off, just shove it in your mouth. You can eat slowly, you can enjoy it. So enjoy, like actually taste the food, slow down a little bit so that you can taste the food. Smell it, that's part of the enjoyment. Look at it, look at everybody else's food, just use all of your senses, not just cramming it, in your mouth. So you can actually enjoy it. Focus on fun and friends. That's the reason that you're there. You're not there because of the food. Okay, sometimes you're there because of the food, but that's not the only reason that you're there. Enjoy the moment. The to-dos will still be there afterwards. So don't worry about what you've got to do, after, because the cookout, normally they're not going to last, for days and days and days. So just go ahead and enjoy that, that moment. And if you get off track, get right back on track. Don't say, well, forget it, I blew July 4th or Canada Day, so, so I guess I'm just going to, oh wait, Denise got a Weight Watchers congratulations for tracking everything for 6 straight months. Extra Bravo sticker, baby, extra Bravo sticker, 6 months, that is awesome. But yeah, so even if you do get off track today, which is Canada Day, or if you get off track on Wednesday, which is July 4th, even if you get off track, get right back on. You can't, please don't say, well, I messed up July the 4th, so I guess I'll get back on track after Labor Day. There's a lot of days in between July 4th and Labor Day, so please don't do that. Okay, so let's look at some food. Okay, almost always when I go to a cookout, barbecue, picnic, a church function, I'm Baptist, and Baptists like to eat. I'm sure other denominations like to eat too, but Our church is called Buffett Heights, and our Sunday school teacher today referred to it as Buffet Heights, and he's exactly right. There's always some heavy pasta salad or salad, that had good intentions. They started out with good intentions, but it ends up getting, filled with, mayonnaise and lots of bacon. And I do love bacon, and some of this has bacon. Hey, Christy. So I'm not saying bacon's evil, but, just over the top, just mayonnaise laden, points on points on points on points. The chat that we did this time last year, I actually had some little half-cup servings of some different, kind of cookout, kind of picnicky cookout foods here, and it was shocking what the points values were. And you'll have to go back and find that one, and I'll go look and see what that one is. But instead of a pasta salad or a heavy pasta salad, or you could add a little pasta to this too, but instead of a heavy salad, this one is delicious. And Casey's actually getting this as part of her lunch tomorrow. These are just the little Persian cucumbers. You don't have to use Persian cucumbers. You can use regular cucumbers. But when I was slicing these, this is what started the great cucumber debate over in the closed group. Well, and here on the page too, about whether people cut them round, whether you like your cucumbers round like this, or whether you like them in spears. But this one, so it's just the little Persian cucumbers, and I had a yellow pepper left from last week that needed to go, because it was short-lived, and some Vidalia onions. I don't know if you can see those or not in there, but I just sliced all this up, and I put it in a container. I put it in an airtight container, and put a half a cup of red wine vinegar, not vinaigrette, red wine vinegar. And if I had it out, I'd show it to you. And are you all round or spear girls? Which one, round or spears? But anyway, so I put a half a cup of red wine vinegar, and it's about 2 teaspoons of Truvia baking blend, and shake it all up. Shake it all up, shake. You can put it in a Ziploc bag and do it, but shake. And then let it sit at least for a couple of hours. If you can, let it sit overnight, it's better. But that little light vinegar, it kind of gives it a little bit of a bite. But the baking blend just makes, kind of takes that bite off. I love it super tart, or whatever that flavor is, whatever vinegar is. But anyway, so this one's a super easy one. I mean, everybody can make this. And then I added a little bit of fat-free, and I've been practicing for 2 weeks. Feta? Did I say it correctly this time? I added a little bit of fat-free feta. Enough of you made fun of how I said it. I'm trying to learn how to correctly say it. Anyway, so I added a little bit of fat-free feta. This is 0 points. So when it's in this, small of a container. But anyway, it's absolutely delicious. Really good. Everybody loves you when you bring things like that. Watergate salad. Does everybody know what a Watergate salad is? Everybody? Yeah. So Watergate salads, Baptist women always have a Watergate salad. They may not call it that, but they all have a Watergate salad at their picnic, cookout, whatever it is you're doing. So I looked it up. A Watergate salad for a half of a cup is 9 smart points. 9? Okay, my version is 3. And Nancy says, I love how you say feta. Don't change. So feta cheese was how I said it. Anyway, so my version, instead of being 9 points for a half of a cup, is 3 points for a half of a cup. And this one I have ready, since I had 5 hours to do this today. This one I actually have ready to post for the the recipe to post. So this is just a cup. This is 1 cup of fat-free Cool Whip, 1 cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. It's got 2 teaspoons of vanilla. It's got some Truvia baking blend. It has the sugar-free Jello, the pistachio Jello pudding, just the mix in there, and then it has crushed pineapple that has been drained, not the juice, and then it also has, everybody was asking about this earlier in the week, and I can't remember where we were talking about this, but I do use this in here. Everybody was talking about if you drained the juice off of the fruit, if it was 0 points. If it is packed in just fruit juice or in water, I drain, no matter what it is, I drain it and I count it as 0 points. That works for me. That may or may not work for everybody else. So if you're doing that and you're struggling, you're not losing weight, that may not be a great idea for you, but for me it works. And but this is the one that was the 0 that everybody was asking about. It's Del Monte, no sugar added, very cherry, and it has peaches. Let me see. It's got peaches, pears, and cherries in it, and it is 0 smart points. Still drain it though. I mean, still pour it off. Don't use the juice. But anyway, so that is my I called it Weight Watcher Gate salad. And yeah, and that I have just about done. So that recipe should be up very, very soon. Okay. This next one is two of the recipes that that I'm entering in the G. Hughes and Dax contest. These are two. Jackie says, "Can we have the juice if we want? If you use the juice, then you need to count the points. It's just Weight Watcher rules. Sorry." Okay, so these are two of the. These are two, and Lynn, that's funny. It still says true. You're still auto-correcting trivia, not trivia. But anyway, so these are two of the things that I'm going to enter for that contest, and I better get a move on because the contest is over July the 9th. So I better get a move on. So this is one of them. This one I actually made before John left to go out of town, and they don't look anywhere near as pretty here as they do, in person. So, and plus, they've been sitting here for a little bit, waiting on the chat. But this one is, and don't copy me. Do not copy me, and enter this in the contest real quick. So I've been playing around with apple slices and different things, wrapping them in different things. Trying to get John to eat apples. I don't know why I'm so desperate to get him to eat an apple. But anyway, so this one is an apple. They're Granny Smith apples because these just do a little bit better. But it's a Granny Smith apple, and it is has the G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce on it, and a wonton. One of the I didn't keep them out. But you know what I'm talking about, the Nasoya wonton wrap. So it's got a Nasoya wonton wrap on it, the G. Hughes barbecue sauce. Then it's wrapped in bacon, and I slice the bacon in half. I slice the bacon in half, and then on top of it, it has the Dax BB Queen, the one they're sold out of. Yeah. Excuse me. The hiccups. But if you have the Red Mountain Rub, that would be really good on it too. But so that, and then I did them in the air fryer, and I did them on 380 for 8 minutes. Oh my gosh, they are so good. And I know that end looks a little bit burned, but trust me, when you see the pictures of these fresh, when they come out fresh, so good, yeah. So when I post that one, please remember to vote for me, even though I don't think your voting counts. But anyway, so Tracy said, "Where did you get the rubs? You mean like these? That? Is that what you're talking about?" So the Dax, I have to order online because they are in Alabama and nowhere near me sells it. So that's just daxspices.com. And the BB Queen, I have begged them to stay up all night tonight and make some more for you all. I don't know if they'll do it or not, but anyway. And the Red Mountain Rub, both of these, either of those would be really good on here, on this one. Then the next one, I'm also entering in the contest, and Celine wants to know what kind of. Oh yeah, and John did like it. Yeah, so someone wants to know if John liked it. Yeah, he did. Okay, I'm sorry. These are 1 point. So this was 0. This is 3 for a half of a cup. These are 1 point each because it has a wonton wrapper and a half of a piece of bacon on it. And it has some of the barbecue sauce. So that's 1. That's 1 for 1. But two of them are still going to be 2. It's not going to jump up to 3 because it was on the lower side of 1. And somebody asked what kind of air fryer I have. I have a Power XL, although I've been looking at the ones on Instagram from, I think it's called Simply Living or something like that. And if they would love to send us an air fryer, I would take it. I would very, very much so, show everyone how to use it. Anyway, so this is my second one. And the second recipe, these are more of the wonton wrappers. So I had a pack of those that I needed to finish using up. But these are, okay, the rubs, Tracy said are the rub 0 points. If you sprinkle them, yes. But if you get crazy with them, no. Because some of them will have, will eventually have points because they have a little bit of sugar in them. And Loretta wants to know if I'm sharing the recipes. Yes, as I can post them. So the one that I'm planning on getting posted tonight is the Weight Watcher Gate salad. Anyway, so these are wonton wrappers, more wonton wrappers. These were made in the oven, but this would make a great appetizer. But the fun thing about this is, guess what this is? So this, and you can't really see them. So what do you think this has on it? So it does have something, and it has the G. Hughes barbecue sauce. It has that, and it has a little bit of Trader Joe's shredded light mozzarella cheese, and it has some of the more of the BB Queen that they're sold out of right now. It has that. But guess what the barbecue sauce is mixed up in? Can y'all see it? Guess what the meat is? And no, it's not tofu. And I already counted this, so I get to eat that. And these are 1 point. These are 1 point also. Yes, it has cheese on it, Stacy. Nope, Chrissy, not mushrooms. That's a good guess, but no, Kim, not tofu. Not tofu. Oh, and I better hurry because I got 4 minutes. It's jackfruit. Yeah, jackfruit. Is that not crazy? Yeah, so I'm going to test those out on Nana. But anyway, I already tasted them. I taste tested them for you all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. People talking about jackfruit taking on, like a meat texture. It tastes just like meat. So those are 1 point. And Kim, it has the consistency of pulled pork, but it's jackfruit. It's jackfruit. Okay, somebody, and Tracy, it tastes like pork. It tastes like barbecue pork. Okay, this was our little teeny tiny versions of something that somebody shared on in our group today. And I apologize, person who shared this. I did not get your name. I did not write your name down. But she shared a banana bread recipe that, and Christy, I did not buy a whole jackfruit. It came in a can from Trader Joe's. Yeah, no, I'm not crazy. Because a whole jackfruit weighs like, 20 pounds or something. But anyway, so somebody, and I'm so sorry I didn't grab your name, but she shared a banana bread recipe that her leader had posted during their meeting last week. And look how yummy. And I cut it into little tiny squares because I needed it to be able to fit in mine and Casey's bento boxes. But so I made it because I was like, oh man, I need that. I had 2 dead bananas. So, oh, Nancy, was that you? Or you knew what jackfruit is. And then I added a little bit of cake icing to the top. So this is not a full serving, but if this was a full serving, and thank you, Jackie, for sending that to me. And jackfruit is 0 points, yes. So, and thank you, Nancy, for sharing. Thank you for sharing this, Nancy. It's delicious. So if this was a full serving, this would be 2 points if it were a full serving. Okay, so that's another good one. People at a party, you make banana bread. Yeah, they're all going to line up for that. And nobody's going to know that it's Weight Watchers, that it's diet food. Okay, we have 2 minutes. So let me show you this. John is jacked up about this one. He called me about 45 minutes before the chat and said, hey, I just wanted to let you know, we're still working on the floor. Ugh. And hold on. He said, we're still working on the floor, and he goes, but I wanted to, say good luck, with your chat before you started. And I told him about this one. Yeah, he is jacked up about this. So if y'all have made my crazy corn before, the crazy corn, super easy to make. This one, though, is, and you can see the bite that I already took out of it. So this, I have decided to call, I'm sorry, no, I'm getting choked up. I just loved it so much, I'm getting choked up about it. But this one, I've decided to call Firecracker Street Corn. This has horseradish sauce on it. So it's horseradish sauce blended with plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and I smeared it onto the corn cob. Then I sprinkled it with Bragg nutritional yeast. Then I put the BB Queen, on top of that. And did it in the air fryer for the same amount of time as the crazy corn, but it's It is, yeah, firecracker street corn. And John he was like, what? He goes, it has horseradish on it? And he goes, well, anything with horseradish on it has to be good. Anyway, he is excited about getting that. I still have 4 more ears of corn, so he can definitely have that when he gets home. And then the piece de resistance, my last two things for tonight, because it is 8:59. These are 2 new. This is the part that Dusty was so excited about. So he's already had some of this to test. But this is 2 new turkey tenderloin recipes. You could totally do these on the grill. I remember I had to do this in the corn. I had to do in the air fryer because I don't have a grill in the loft. The turkey tenderloin you could totally do on the grill. I did it in my air fryer just because I can't have a grill in the loft. And I was trying to figure out how to like mount one to the window. Anyway, so I made them in the air fryer, but you could totally make them in the grill. But it's 2 different ones. The temperature and the amount of time that I did these on is exactly the same as That Man's turkey tenderloin. Sorry, I don't know why I'm coughing here at the end, but anyway, so I'm entering these in the contest as well. This one is, so you can see it's still, even though it's been sitting here for a little bit waiting on the chat, you can see how moist it still is. This one was just a turkey tenderloin, and it had the G. Hughes barbecue sauce rubbed on it. And then I took a little bag of barbecue potato chips, of like Wavy Lay's barbecue potato chips, and crushed it up, because if I opened it, I was going to eat it. I crushed that up, and I sprinkled Bragg nutritional yeast, the crushed up bag of the barbecue potato chips, and the Dax BB Queen. So this one, Dusty was like like laying in the floor, whoa, begging, for it. So I finally had to cut up a piece of it and give it to him. But that was this one, and it's got, again, it's potato chips. It is barbecue potato chips, barbecue sauce, the G. Hughes barbecue sauce, and Bragg nutritional yeast, and the Dax BB Queen. It's awesome. I've already tried it. I have not tried this one yet, but I will as soon as we get done. This one, another turkey tenderloin, and these are just Jenny O turkey tenderloins, but you have to be careful. I don't know if there's another brand, of these or not, but I buy Jenny O, and the Jenny O, you have to be careful and get the plain one. If you get the one that's already seasoned, like the Applewood or whatever already seasoned, that one has points. So just get the plain Jenny O, or if there's another brand, and I'm working up a sweat over here talking about cooking, but this is another one. And let me set this down so I can get this out. So this has more of the barbecue sauce, more of the G. Hughes barbecue sauce on it, and then the Bragg nutritional yeast, and it has the BB Queen and bacon. I wrapped it in bacon. So the first one is 1 smart point per serving. My normal That Man's turkey tenderloin is 0 smart points per serving. The one with the barbecue potato chips on it, 1 smart point per serving, and there's 6 servings. A serving's big. It's it's a sixth. A serving is a sixth of the turkey tenderloin. And Tanya gets butterball. Good to know. I didn't know that. Yeah, and ours are not frozen either. So this is the second one, and that one has the barbecue sauce, nutritional yeast, the BB Queen seasoning, and bacon wrapped up, cooked the same amount of time. So I can't wait to try that one. Okay, now I gotta wipe my hands off real quick, because I've been touching all this stuff. Okay, so your homework. Y'all thought you were getting out of it because it's 9:03. Your homework for this week, I want you to take one thing, whether it's a pasta salad or a Watergate salad or fruit skewers or something. I want you to take something, some recipe, something let's see, I'm sorry, Chris says, is that slices you have there a serving? No, so this, like 3 of these, like 1, 2, 3 would be a serving. But anyway, so your homework for this week is, I want you to take something that you would normally have at a picnic, have at a barbecue, have at some kind of an outdoor party like that, and I want you to lighten it up. Or I want you just to pick something to make and take. So I don't want any excuses. I don't want anybody saying, oh, I didn't, there was nothing there that I could eat. all of this. Okay, and I was gonna put this on a plate, but we're running out of time. So I have 0 points. Let's see, I'll have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, well, not even that much because it's not even, so like 12. This, all of that, and I can't even fit all that on a plate. So I started, okay, and somebody said, is there a nutritional benefit to the nutritional yeast? Yes, that is how I got started eating it. My mother's vegan. She was eating it for nutritional purposes, and I kept eating it because it is yummy. But anyway, so all of that, I can't even get all that on a plate. And if I could show you everything again, I would. I can't even pick it all up. That is more than a giant plate. So this is the plate that I was gonna put it on. Look, this is a full size. We do not eat off of this size plate. We eat off of a plate that's about this week. That's about this big. That's about that big. This is a giant plate. I tried putting all this on this plate. It won't fit on there. Will not fit on there, and that's 12 points. So was there anything that I showed you all tonight that if you took that to a cookout that you think people would go, oh, that's Weight Watchers food? And yeah, Debbie's right, there is a chat for that. And Christy's right, there is a chat for that. Yeah, nutritional yeast, there is a chat for that. But did anything that I showed you tonight, do you think any of it, that if you showed up, that people would go, that's Weight Watchers food, that's diet food, I'm not eating that. I mean, who wouldn't eat this and be happy to have it? Be happy to have it. Yeah, and the turkey tenderloin, it is $3.60. It's $3.60 for 25 minutes. Yeah, Tracy's exactly right. Yeah, nobody would know. And Liz, okay, so Liz says chat equals video. Sorry, I'm new. So new people, yes, there are 78 of these. 78 of these plus chats, these chats that we have on Sunday nights. There are 78 of these plus some extra things. And so when y'all ask questions, when new people ask questions, if we already have talked about that subject, please still keep asking questions. But you'll hear us say, there's a chat for that, because there's probably already a chat for your question. But that is awesome, and we are glad to and happy to share that with you. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm starving now after I've, worked on all of this, because I've just been nibbling. And Debbie says, yes, what we were doing now is a chat. Exactly right. So yeah, so there's a chat. So now there's a chat for grilling out. Yeah, so now if somebody has grilling out questions, there's a chat for that. Okay, and that's funny. Janice says, they always ask me how many points is that for what you're eating. Yeah, so this will be a good one. Okay, so y'all are going to find one thing, something, right? Some things, either something that that is normally at a party that you go to. You're going to take something, you're going to Weight Watcher file something, but that's your homework. So you don't have to spend 5 hours. I only did that because, I was on a roll. But that's your homework for the week. Everybody have an awesome July 4th. Let me see if I can get Dusty over here. Dusty, come here. Of course, you know what he thinks. He's not thinking, oh, I'm telling everybody goodbye. He goes, I'm thinking I'm getting some more of that turkey tenderloin. He loves it. Okay. Oh, goodness. And I will say, Porky Pig went to the vet. He's gained a little weight. So we may have to put him on Weight Watchers too. But everybody have an awesome 4th of July. If you're in Canada, again, happy Canada Day. Everybody else, all my U.S. ladies, happy 4th of July. I hope y'all have a safe one. And, yeah, we'll see you next week. And somehow John, even though my notifications are turned off, but y'all have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you next week. Good night.